Hello, hello? Hello, hello. My chatters, can you hear me? That's right. You're not waiting on the starting soon screen. I'm letting it rip. I'm letting it rip right out the gate. Chat! Chat, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, my chatters? You know what? Maybe it's because there's no music. Hold on, let me turn on the music. Oh fuck. I just heard myself, chat. My mic sounds like dog shit. Hold on, guys. Let me fix that for you. Does it sound a little better now? Hopefully it does. What's up, guys? I started the stream a little early, I know. And really I did it on a whim, honestly. Because somebody in the chat asked me something, right? And I actually found it to be quite an interesting question. They asked me, they said, Kai, do you believe in God? And now I know some of you guys may be thinking like, oh boy, Kai's about to talk about God. Kai's about to fucking talk about religion. No, I'm gonna let it rip. I'm gonna let it rip, alright? We're gonna start the stream on an interesting topic today, okay? I don't necessarily believe in God, okay? I don't live every day thinking about God and thinking about heaven and thinking about the afterlife, no. But sometimes I find it entertaining to really just entertain the idea that God is real. I find it funny. Because, you know, there's so many interesting dialogues you can have. You know, there's so many things you can reconsider about life. If you think about it from a perspective of, oh, there's this grand creator that made everything, and everything is intentional, and it's all this, and it's all that. And I know Jesus is in the chat, okay? I know Jesus is going to be mad, and he's probably going to tell his dad, and I'm going to get sent to hell. I'm sorry, Jesus. I still love you. But here's my thing about God and religion and the afterlife, okay? Look. I live every day thinking that today could be my last day on earth. I live every day knowing, maybe not knowing, okay, because, no one knows for sure. But I live every day with the idea in my mind that if I die, that's it. There's nothing else to do. There is no more action. There is no me doing whatever I want. It's nothing. It's me in the void for eternity. That's what I think about. And you know what? Personally, I think it motivates me. It motivates me to do the things I want to do. It motivates me to get up in the morning and do the stuff I am dying to do. Because I don't have this idea in my head that, oh, okay, I'm alive on earth, but you know what? At least when I die, I'll be in heaven for eternity, and then maybe I can figure out stuff while I'm there. No. That's not how I think about it, chat. I think that if I died tomorrow, I would not be able to do the things I desperately wanted to do, and that motivates me to live. That motivates me to live. Knowing that my time is finite. It keeps me going. It keeps me moving. It keeps me determined. It keeps me pushing. And you know what? You want to know what that motivates me to do, chat? Do you want to know what that motivates me to do? Do you want to know what that motivates me to do, chat? I will give you 3 guesses. I will give you 3 guesses what that motivates me to do, chat. It motivates me to draw Spider-Man! Always. Also, I don't know if I've been on camera since I got a haircut. But I did get a haircut. I think I look fucking ridiculous, by the way. But, you know, not, what else is new? What else is new? I think I look stupid all the time. But yeah. Hi, chat. Oh, God, dude. My phone's blowing up. Fuck my phone, bro. Get it away from me. I don't want to look... Dude, I don't want to fucking look at my phone anymore. I want to do Spider-Man shit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sitting here on the camera fucking texting and shit when I should be working on my goddamn show. Chat. Alright, I'm about to show you something and you might be disappointed in me, okay? But I'm going to be clear here. This is what I'm working on right now. As you proceed to see nothing. Hold on. Chat, I am working on a background for an animation that I'm doing, and before you say anything, yes, it is GM Big City, okay? I am looking at a screenshot of GM Big City, alright? But I'm going to be so 100% with you. Yes, okay? I am using Gmod screenshots to help me animate the backgrounds for my Spider-Man show. And you know what? If you want to complain about that, then you animate your own Spider-Man show by hand, all by yourself pretty much, alright? Then you give it a try. You give it a try and see how far you get without going, fine, I'm just gonna go in GM Big City and fucking trace over the buildings, alright? I'm sorry. You know what? I should put a credit for GM Big City in my show's description. Or in my show's credits.
Blue Spider 1022 is so cool they gave me $5.
Thank you, Blue Spider.
Hey Kai, I'm finally working on my Spider Sona suit.
Hell yeah.
Finishing up the torso piece as we speak.
Nice. Dude, that torso piece, oh my God, my fucking phone is blowing up. I can't even throw my phone across the room. Dude, I'm losing it, man. I'm gonna be so honest with you, chat. I'm gonna be so honest with you, chat. I'm not having a fucking good morning. I think I'm having one of the saddest not saddest, okay, because I'm saying that like my dog died or something. But chat, I'm just not in a good mood today. Like I'll be so 100% with you. Like I don't want to sit here and complain in front of you guys, all right? Because I don't... You guys are supposed to be entertained. You're supposed to be watching me, and I'm supposed to be entertaining and funny, all right? I can't show an ounce of emotion. But, like, holy God, man, I don't feel good. Like, I don't feel good up here, you know? And it's not... Look, I'm going to be so for real, chat. It's nothing that I can't fix with doing my favorite thing, which is focusing on Spider-Man way more than any normal human being should. But I don't know, man. I look out at the world, all right? I look out at the world. I look out at the people around me, the people I care about, you know, the people I love. You know, not just people I personally know off the screen, but people, you know, I know in my real life. And my mutuals, right? My mutuals, my friends. I look across, you know, I look and I see what's going on in their lives, and man, it's just not good. And I fucking, you know, I look out at the government, and I'm like, oh man, what's going on with the government? Just dog shit. Piles of dog shit every goddamn day. It never ends. It never ends, chat. I'm gonna be so for real with you guys. I feel horrible, dude. I don't feel good. I feel sad, even. But you know what, chat? Do you know what I do when I'm sad, chat? Okay, I'm fucking around. Alright, I'm not even gonna finish that joke, because you guys know what I do when I'm fucking sad. I'm not gonna say it again. But just if I could impart anything onto you guys in the chat right now, it would just be that, you know, check up on your fellow man, you know. Check up on the people you care about, you know. Be a kind presence in their lives. Be good for the people you care about. And that's really all you can do. That's all the advice I can give you guys, chat. I don't want to, dude, I don't want to start off the stream so fucking depressing, man. I'm trying to hype myself up so that I fucking get out of this funk and I can be entertaining for you guys again. Fuck me, dude. Sorry, chat. I'm trying to lock in. All right, I'm trying to lock the fuck in. Ah! All right, I got to animate this whole Spider-Man show by myself until the great Hyper the Kappa and Nito Shin come to help me. All right, I got to lock in, chat. Chat, tell me something interesting. All right, give me something to talk about. All right, talk to me, guys. I want to know how you're doing out there in the chat. I want to know what you guys are doing out there in the chat. How are the people in the chat, man? How are my chatters? How are my chatters doing? A little vent is needed sometimes before you lock in. Sometimes, but I don't want to sit here and just complain in front of you guys all day. I think you guys deserve better than that. I think you guys deserve better than that. All right, and I just don't want to be sitting here being all sad in front of my viewers and shit. All right, I want you guys to have entertainment. All right, I want you guys to be entertained. Okay, hold on, chat. Okay, this is a screenshot from the previous shot of Peter and MJ's apartment building. And I'm just using it for color reference. Chat, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be depressing. I'm not going to be depressing for the rest of the stream, alright? I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to say entertaining things, and I'm going to be funny the whole time. Alright? I will never be unfunny for an entire moment this stream, and if I am, I'm shutting down. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Have you heard how Sony announced a Paul movie? Chat, I'm literally sitting here talking about how fucking horrible the world is, and you guys are talking to me about a fucking Paul movie. I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear it, man. Fuck. Okay, I do think the other side of the building should be a little darker. Question for you, Kai. Have you ever bothered to make a Sal Buscema, Todd McFarlane, or an Eric Larson costume? Now, as much as I love all those artists, I have not stepped foot into making an entire costume for them. But okay. This is my everyday bag, chat. Okay, this is my bag that I take with me if I need to put something in a bag, right? Check me out, check me out, check me out. Some of you guys might remember this. All right, I don't have an Eric Larson, I don't have a Sal Buscema, but I do have an old Todd McFarland here. See, you can tell it's old because this nub on the mask kind of snapped off. But this is all I got. This is all I got, chatter. This is all I got. I made this on a live stream a long time ago. Long ass time ago. Satormus in the chat says he's ill. I hope you're alright, Satormus. Dude, my hair looks fucking ridiculous, man. I look like young Sheldon. The world sucks and my forehead is fucking massive, man. What a world we live in. What does the world come to? My forehead is big as fuck.
1Her0 is so cool they gave me $5.
Oh, here we go, here we go. Thank you, 1Hero.
Do you have any non-Spider-Man related video games you like? If so, what's one of your favorites?
Okay, chat. I know some of you have probably heard me talk about this before. I love Luigi's Mansion. All the Luigi's Mansion games. Probably my favorite Nintendo franchise of all time. Easy. Like, easy #1 spot for me. Like, the atmosphere of those games is just so awesome. The first game, you can't beat the first game. I wish they would try to beat the first game, but they can't. What else do I like? I really like Rayman. Rayman has been one of my favorite characters. Okay, yeah, I was about to say, what the fuck? Satormus just deleted a chat I wanted to read. Somebody in the chat said, and their username is just unlegible, by the way. Bro, you love Spider-Man or not because in the previous Marvel Rivals Venom, your language Spider-Man, a Spider-Man fan, will never do this. You are not a true Spider-Man fan. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? Holy shit, dude. This is the first time I've seen your face. Oh my god, dude. Now you're making me insecure. You're making me insecure about my face now. Because I'm knowing that this is the first time you're seeing my face. My hair looks fucking ugly. My forehead is fucking massive. Alright, I'm 22. And you can already see this far up the side of my head. Chat, get ready to start calling me Unk. Get ready to start calling me Unk. Yeah, chat, I'm not a real Spider-Man fan. I fucking hate Spider-Man, dude. Worst Marvel character ever, bro. No contest. No contest. Spider-Man is so mid. And you all know this. You all know this in the chat. Spider-Man is so mid. Guys, we all like Spider-Man ironically, right? Like, we don't actually like Spider-Man. We just like Spider-Man ironically, right, guys? Swear to God. Kai, is it wrong to think I've been drawn to... Sorry, let me try that again. Kai, is it wrong to think that I've drawn too much Spider-Man? Like, I've been trying to draw more, but I can't finish it if that motherfucker is on screen. I think I'm gonna need to draw something new, like Sonic. I kind of get what you're saying. I used to feel that way when I was a kid. I remember I would draw Spider-Man all the time, and my art teachers would be like, Kai, you need to draw something else. Like, you need to stop fucking drawing Spider-Man all the time. And in my mind, I was like, yeah, alright. I'm gonna be a Marvel Comics artist when I grow up. What a fucking dumbass. Right? But, honestly, chat, I think you learn something from drawing Spider-Man all the time. I'm going to be real with you. You learn how to draw anatomy. If you're really good at it, you can, implement wrinkles into your Spider-Man drawings. You could start learning how to draw tight-fitting clothing and start learning how to place those wrinkles naturally across the costume. What else? I think there's a lot to learn from drawing Spider-Man. Seriously. Tall and walking. Kai, thank you for motivating me into making Spider-Man suits. Dude, of course. I saw you post on TikTok today in your Spider-Man costume. And I think you were saying hi to some people at a convention. And I could tell that your suit was homemade, and I was like, dude, it looks raw as shit. I'm glad I could inspire you, man, seriously. Chat, I gotta lock in. I'm not fucking focused enough. I gotta stop fucking making ridiculous faces and start fucking doing the shit. Have you heard Sony just announced a Zeb Wells movie? Dude, I can't trust my chat half the time. Like, I feel like... Not even I feel like. I know half the time my chat is just feeding me bullshit. First movie to make $15. Hold on, chat. My phone is ringing. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. No TikTok live? Yeah, chat. I'm like 90% sure they banned my TikTok account. Not banned my TikTok account, but they banned my ability to go live. And you know what? I kind of fucking hate going live on TikTok because you can get banned on TikTok for going live for no fucking reason. Like, some dude can just come across your stream on TikTok and decide, okay, I'm gonna report your fucking stream. And TikTok moderation is so dog shit. They're like, okay, we got 2 reports from the same guy. Let's just take away their ability to live stream. Like, okay, bro. I felt like there was more to that Silent Hill song that was playing just now, but it just turned itself off. I'm gonna get copyrighted anyway. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck. James Corden is going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. See, I saw somebody in the chat asking me, like, oh, when has my chat ever lied to me? Case in point. Dude, there's no way that James Corden is going to be in Spider-Man fucking... I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I think that'd be funny. I think that would definitely be funny if James Corden showed up in that fucking movie. Somebody in the chat said James Corden plays the wall. I'm sure he does, chat. I'm sure he does. See, chat, that's what I like to call gentle parenting, okay? You know, I see somebody in the chat just say some crazy shit, and I'm like, you know what? I bet he does. I bet he does, chatter. That's what I like to call gentle parenting through delusion. Marvel confirmed that Abraham Lincoln is casted in Spider-Man Brand New Day. You know what? If they wanted to be comic accurate, they should have gotten Obama, bro. They should have gotten Obama if they wanted it to be comic accurate. Somebody in the chat said, I'm glad Kai is giving justice to MJ just by a few clips. I love her already. I hope you guys feel that way. I think when it comes to me trying to write MJ, I think the number one thing I'm really nervous about is that people aren't going to like her. And that, you know, people aren't gonna be able to enjoy the character just because of how, in their mind, how stained the character has been by previous adaptations. Like, they're gonna be looking at Mary Jane thinking about, like, Kirsten Dunst or something, like She Matters, but no offense to Kirsten Dunst, but it's like, for me, the thing I've really tried to take into account when writing Mary Jane is that I want her to be a foil to Peter, right? Because they kind of have a similar lived experience, you know? They both know what it's like to lie and cover up their emotional status, I guess, for lack of a better word. And, you know, the difference between Peter and MJ is that Peter does it because he's a superhero, and Mary Jane did it because, you know, she's a normal person, and that was just a character flaw of hers. And as the show goes on, I kind of want that difference to become more clear. You know, you realize that, you know, Mary Jane acts the way she does because she's similar to Peter, but you also realize that you also realize that Mary Jane loves her life. She's not miserable. She's not, like, wrapped up in this brooding superhero crusade like Peter is. They're very similar, but you notice the differences between them when, I don't know, chat. I don't know how to explain it. I can't explain it without fucking doing a fucking essay on it that I've planned for 2 years, and it still won't come out coherent. But I just hope you guys are into that. My favorite Silent Hill song? Yeah, this one's kind of a banger. I don't remember which game this is for. I'm currently playing through Silent Hill 4 right now. If I had a way to explain, like, how Mary Jane is going to be written, I kind of want her to be a bit like the straight man, you know? And I don't mean like a man who's heterosexual, all right? Like the term in writing where it's like, okay, you have the kind of more outlandish character, and then you have the character that's a little bit more like the general audience that the audience can kind of relate to. And I'm not making Mary Jane like that because I don't think, you know, she doesn't have her own character traits, but I do think she is very relatable in a way that Peter kind of isn't. You know, she wants to have fun. She's chasing that fun. But she also, you know, she has a heart and she cares about people. And really at the end of the day, she just wants people to enjoy the things they want to do. And she can only come to that conclusion because of, you know, the steps she's made in her life to I guess, just advance herself towards that position. You know, she doesn't have to worry about fighting crime because she's a normal person. She can come to a healthy conclusion because she doesn't have to worry about all this crazy shit like Peter does. And you kind of get to, you see that difference between them. And you'll kind of have moments where you see Peter and you're like, okay, Peter's being a little fucking crazy right now. And you kind of feel bad for him because, you know, you get why he's being crazy, because he's forced to live his life, or at least in his mind, he's forced to live his life by torturing himself with being a superhero. And you relate to Mary Jane because she sympathizes with Peter as well. I'm gonna stop fucking spoiling the arcs of my own show now. Sorry. Are you guys with me? Oh my god. Bro. Please be joking. Chat? My god, man. What even? What even, bro? What even? Are you guys there? Chat. I'm back? I'm back in the club? Hello? Hello? We never left, Kai. You're going insane? Okay, thanks. Thanks. Damn. Craziness. Absolute craziness. Alright, we're back, though. We're back, though. Oh, the screen chat broke, though? Okay, it should be better in a second. You know what? Fuck the on-screen chat. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just gonna get rid of it, honestly. Okay. You know what? You guys will have to live in the YouTube chat. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Why are people in my chat acting like they're Spider-Man, talking about the city needs me? What are you guys talking about? I like your perspectives. Thanks. I am not a creative mind capable of drawing buildings, so I simply just used a screenshot from Gary's mod of GM Big City. So be careful before you tell me I'm a great artist.
$4.99. D. Hey Kai. My friend is
What's
wondering
up?
if you could make the costume for his fan film.
I would love to, if the price is right. And I know that sounds kind of shitty of me to say, but I will make the costumes for a fan film, but I have to be paid like appropriately. I feel kind of mean saying that, but thank you, Tiny, for the 5. See, this guy's giving me he's giving me $5 and he's asking me to fucking if I can make the suit for his friend's fan film, and here I am fucking. I feel like an asshole, chat. I'm sorry. The audio is buffering, or am I crazy? You might have to refresh the stream. It might be a stream issue. Okay, hold on, chat. Okay. What's the appropriate price? Okay, chat, I don't want to leak shit, okay? I don't like leaking shit, and I don't like... I don't... Alright, I'm just gonna say it. Chat, I was paid a total of $1,000 for when I did the What Would Spider-Man Do costume. I was paid $1,000 for that, and it was because I made 2 versions of the costume, right? I made a stunt version, and then I made a screen version, which wasn't meant to be used for stunts. It was meant to be used for nice shots, right? I also made an extra stunt mask. That was all for $1,000. $1,000 will get you the suit that they used in What Would Spider-Man Do.
They gave me
Thank you, Tiny.
99 D. He said he's willing to pay for it as much as needed.
Well, if you want the What Would Spider-Man Do treatment, I'ma need that 1K. I'ma need that 1K. Anyway, enough of me being a greedy fuck. All right, let me load up the next animation asset I have to work on. Sorry, chat. I love the Silent Hill music. How loud is it, by the way? Is it much louder than me? No, it's good. We can hear you. Okay, sick. Kai, you should go to Baskin Robbins. You need to treat yourself. Why? Why Baskin Robbins? Somebody in the chat said, do you think Homecoming is ass? Yeah, I don't like Homecoming. I don't like Spider-Man Homecoming at all. I absolutely hate that film. You know, I think it's dog shit. You know, I don't like Spider-Man Homecoming at all. I think it's the worst movie ever. I think anybody that makes an entirely homemade Spider-Man Homecoming suit replica is a complete fucking dumbass loser. I don't like that film. I don't like that franchise at all. I think everything about Spider-Man Homecoming is so horrible. There's nothing I like about it at all whatsoever. Absolutely hate the film. 0 out of 10. I have no love for it whatsoever. Just none to be seen. That being said, the movie's like a 7 out of 10. I like that movie. Somebody in the chat said, Kai, please tell me what scene this is in your show. There are two types of chatter. There are 3 types of chatters. There are the chatters that don't want to be spoiled for a lick of my show, and they complain when they see me working on my show on live because I'm spoiling it for them. There are the chatters who don't give a fuck and will just watch whatever I'm doing, hopefully not having the show somewhat spoiled for them by watching me do it. And then there are the chatters who are like, Kai, I want to know every single thing, and I want to spoil myself for everything before it comes out. Anyway, this scene happens right after Peter... I was animating something the other day with Peter making his web fluid, and then he suits up and all that. This is the scene after that. Hold on, chat. I know I said I was gonna... I'm struggling right now. Hold on. I am really struggling right now, chat. There we go, there we go. Okay. So, now I can finally get to work. Actually, I need to start naming my layers because I'm super unorganized. Alright. What layer is this? I think this is Spider-Man. This is all the stuff that Spider-Man is on. Right? I mean, it makes sense to me. Yeah, that's all Spider-Man. So I'm going to put Spider-Man sketch. I'm going to call that Spider-Man sketch. This is the window. Window sketch. And this is the real background. Right? And now I'm gonna save this in a separate file real quick, just so that I don't end up animating over the sketch file, which is what I call my unfinished animations. I call them sketches. And I call my finals revolutionary, I know. Thoughts on an alternate color scheme for a Spidey suit? I actually have a couple of takes about this. So, if you're redesigning Spider-Man, okay, I think that the only logical choice that you can make is going back to the idea that Spider-Man is supposed to be a weird, creepy, freaky character. And I think you should pick colors that are sort of in line with that idea, right? Because Spider-Man is based off of a spider. You should be picking colors that are weird, right? And kind of unnerving. Like
Tiny is
I
so
think,
cool they gave me
oh, thank you, Tiny.
$4.99. D, he said he sent you a DM on Twitter since he didn't see any business email.
Okay, nice. So, the bullet point suit is a perfect example of a costume that I think picks a great new color palette for Spider-Man. The bullet point suit is purple, it's black, and it's got a little bit of red. Right? The original Spider-Man suit, when you compare it to like the idea of what Spider-Man is supposed to be, he's supposed to be like this kind of creepy superhero, or at least like aesthetically, you kind of realize, okay, this is a guy based off spiders, right, with the powers of spiders, which is inherently kind of creepy. His costume is kind of kiddish. So I think anything that isn't red or blue and kind of leans into that, just anything unnerving would make sense. All right, I'm going to animate the window first because I think it's the easiest part. Somebody in the chat said, are you excited for Lego Batman Legacy? Chat, I'm going to be so for real with you. I've never... Well, I have. That's a lie. But I've only played like 2 seconds of the original Lego Batman game. I'm not a diehard fan, to be frank. Let me be frank. I love the Silent Hill soundtrack so much. I will never, ever apologize for fucking always having that shit on in the background of a stream. I know some of you guys probably hate it because it's like, Kai, why the fuck are you listening to all this depressing music and shit? And I'm just like, dude, I'm sorry. I can't help myself. I can't help it, bro. They were smoking crack in the studio when they were making this, dude. It's incredible. Oh, shit. Granite Gate
Granite
Studios.
Studios is so cool they gave me $1.99. D. Heard Tiny was talking about me, so I had to pop in.
Hell yeah. What's up, man? I am curious to see what the Spider-Man suit you're thinking of having me make looks like. Do you know what game has a better soundtrack? Hong Kong 97. Mods ban that guy. This motherfucker will never shut up about Hong Kong 97. Ban him. Ban him. Alright, I turned on the Hong Kong 97 soundtrack for you on stream already, alright? As if I didn't know that fucking horrible soundtrack, alright? I watch Angry Video Game Nerd, okay? I knew what dog shit I was in for, and yet this guy is still telling me about fucking Hong Kong 97. Ban that guy! Somebody, I say somebody like it's not Satormus, one of my fucking most frequent watchers. Satormus in the chat said, Kai, will you make me a singular lens if I give you 17 bands? No, I will not, because I would feel bad for you. I would feel bad for you if you paid me 17K to make you just one lens. I would feel horrible. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night.
Granite Gate Studios is so cool they gave me $1.99.
Thank you, Granite.
D. I have a few suits for the film LOL. I'll DM you.
Hell yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. You know, chat, I was thinking about this whole window bit, right? Because the thing I find kind of funny about it is the fact that Peter takes the care to close the window on his way out, which I honestly, right, you have to think about why he's doing that, right? He clearly doesn't want to leave the window open for his girlfriend to have to deal with bugs that have climbed into the apartment, right? And I'm having him do this now, right? Second episode in, Peter closes the window on the way out. But what if, right, in a later episode, Peter is in such a rush to leave the house that he leaves the window open and maybe like a bunch of bugs come in through the window. And it's not even like a big deal. It's just that like it's a regular normal human thing that would be upsetting. Like if a bunch of bugs just end up in your home. And it's just another like Spider-Man moment where he could be like, dude, my life is so fucking stupid, man. I left the fucking apartment window open and now there's bugs in my apartment. It's just like a Parker Luck moment I think I could do in the future. That would be kind of funny. Somebody in the chat said, Kai, when's the Spider-Man and Sonic team-up episode? Unfortunately, Sonic is not on the list of characters I want to do a team-up episode for. Sorry. Sorry to all my Sonic fans out there. I gotta draw Spider-Man with a thinner brush. I don't want him to be... I don't want his hands to be like super thick when he hops out the window, because I feel like that gives me like so much less room to like put detail on him. Hold on, bro. What the fuck is this song called? Your Rain? Sorry, I have to put this on the playlist. Hold on, chat. I have to put this Silent Hill song on my playlist. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Just got a burger. We up hard. Very jealous of you right now. I haven't had anything to eat this morning. I wish I had a burger. Chat, I regularly do this, okay? For those of you who watch like any of my streams, you would probably think that I harm myself. So like I harm myself with the way that I don't eat a lot. And I just want you guys to know that I'm okay. It's not intentional. Dude, I feel like anybody who's watched my stream for more than like a couple times is like, this guy sure doesn't eat a lot. How do you think I preserve that Spider-Man body? No, sorry. Chat, I am not glorifying starving yourself. Do not do that. Go eat a cheeseburger. I'm sorry. That's a bad joke. That's a bad joke. Penny! Thank you for joining the channel. Now, you have access to the members-only Discord, which allows you to see all the stuff I'm working on for my Spider-Man show, any future videos, all that stuff. And you don't have to resubscribe to stay joined to the members-only Discord. And if you want to join the members-only Discord right now, all that you have to do is go to my channel, click on the membership tab, and scroll down just a little bit, and you'll see the invite link. And then you'll be able to join the rest of my great lads who are in the members-only Discord server, and they get to see all the sneak peeks of my content. So thank you so much for joining, seriously. I know that was long-winded, but I like to give a whole spiel of what you can do for the membership so that you don't miss out on the Discord. And just so people in the chat, if they're a fan of my show, they know how to interact with it a little more. Chat, I just realized this is why you should never fucking draw a show. This is why you should never animate in fucking 1280 by 720. Look at how fucking pixelated this shit is. It's got me wondering if I should even draw webs on this dude. And then I can get away with it by being like, oh, it's a reference to the comics, because when Spider-Man's far away from the perspective, they don't draw the webs on him, so that means I get to do it too. In reality, I'm just a lazy fucking fool who decided to animate my show in this shitty fucking pixel rate. Why am I getting ads on a live stream? Sorry guys, I turned those down as much as I could, but I figure I should probably turn them off. Here. Alright, there you guys go. No ads. No ads on this stream. No ads. There you go, chat. No stream. No stream ads. Can you not up the resolution? I mean, I can, but we're so far into animating this shot that at this point I would just have to fucking redo everything. And I honestly, Spider-Man will get a little closer to the camera before the end of this shot. So we'll have a little part where, you know, Peter's in higher detail and you get to see him, you know, with a little more pixel or a little more pixels on him. Kai, I'm gonna go play some Arkham Shadow now. Goodbye. Goodbye, chatter. I hope you enjoy your gameplay. I have not finished Arkham Shadow. I played a little bit of it on my meta quest and then I stopped. It wasn't Spider-Man. It couldn't keep my attention. Sorry, chat. I have now officially entered the part of the stream where I say nothing for 30 minutes, and then I suddenly realize I'm supposed to be a live, entertaining commentator. Sorry, guys. I was so locked in. I forgot that I have to entertain 74 of you. Somebody in the chat said, Kai, please tell me where you bought the red fabric for your TASM suit. I bought that from Joanne's. Rest in peace. I believe it's a Yaya Han fabric. It's a Yaya Han fabric for all the people in the chat. Only 74? Yeah, guys, sorry. I don't have those big streamer numbers that I know you guys desperately want me to have. Honestly, chat, there are days where I wish I'm like, yeah, dude, I wish I had this super large fan base so that I could make enough money to sustain myself, and you know, you guys could just be such a big fan base that I wouldn't have to worry about money and shit. But then I remember, oh, when more people see me and know who I am, the more disgusted I feel realizing that people are looking at me. So you know what? I'm fine with a low view count. I can handle 74 of you. But at least if there were more of you in here, at least you guys would have more people to interact with. Kai, would you ever collaborate with people who have a better understanding of the characters you want to adapt? Yes, absolutely yes. I don't want to spoil what's going on in this episode, but I will tell you guys that Daredevil is going to have a pretty major role in it. And for that, I went to my good friend Mullet Man Comics to ask him for help writing Daredevil and writing, you know, other characters who interact with Daredevil like Punisher and stuff. I asked my good friend Mullet Man Comics for help. because he recently put out an incredible video where he went through the entire history of the character, and he's been a help to me in terms of like understanding the context of, you know, certain things in Daredevil's life. He's helped me figure out where I want to put Daredevil in terms of, you know, how he shows up in my show. And by that I mean, like, you know, what point Daredevil is at in his life. I was thinking that, you know, the Daredevil that you see in this episode is a Daredevil that's long into his career. He's at the point where people in his normal life think he's Daredevil, right? There's like a hoax going, or not a hoax, but like there's rumors circling around that blind lawyer Matt Murdock is actually Daredevil. I want my Daredevil to be at that point. And it's also very important to me that I don't... It's important to me not to ignore a character's comic history in terms of stuff that I want to do with them. Like, I don't ever want to throw out something for a character I don't understand. So I've been trying to be kind of careful about that. So I never want to cut out, like, for example, if I don't know, like if I had the Punisher show up or something, which I will, like, I'm not gonna, I don't know, chat. I don't know how to explain it. I just don't like to mess with characters. I don't like to mess with them. I don't want to change a different popular comic book character if they come into my show. I'm gonna try as hard as possible to keep that character as they were intended to be. Easy. I don't even have to redraw it, bro. I'm cheating. Dude, sits on this fucking windowsill forever, dude. Holy shit. Alright, let's see how it looks so far. Look at that, chat. We've been live for an hour, and this is all I have to show for myself. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. I love you, Akira Yam... How do you say her name? Fucking hell. I love you, Akira Yamaoka. Okay, I don't know if I like this song, chat. I don't know if I like this song. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm still salty about the Silk show being canceled. Like, be nice to us Silk fans. There are 10 of us. Chat, I'm not gonna lie. I want to adapt Silk, but I feel like her origin is so tainted by horniness, I don't know how I would do it. I think I would just have to take all the pheromone shit out, right? But here's my thing. I kind of want to keep that stuff in, though. Not because I want to entertain the horniness, but because I think I can handle it in a way that's not gooner-ish. You know? Because if I had Silk, right? Because to give you guys some context, right? The only reason why Silk and Peter get freaky is because she has all these spider pheromones, right? And they see each other and they're like, oh, you're like me. We have the same powers. It's almost like we're two animals in the woods and we get freaky and we must reproduce or whatever. And I mean, it's goon shit. It is straight up goon shit, right? But in a way, I kind of get it because Silk has been locked up for like 10 years, right? She's never seen another human being other than Ezekiel, right? Who locked her up in there in the first place. And now, suddenly, she meets a dude who's exactly like her, who she's been watching on a monitor for years. And hey bro, Peter's sexy. I'm gonna keep it 100. I kind of get it. But I feel like there's a way to handle that where it's not straight up goon shit. I feel like there's a way to handle it where it's not straight up like, alright bro, you're being weird. What's up, Playboy? What's up, Spider Manderson, man? Spider Manderson also working on his own Spider-Man fan series. Alright, you gotta love the people who go out and decide to do something of their own with the character. Can I get some love for Spider Manderson in the chat, man? Shout out. I love that guy. Kai, do you know about the animated Spider-Punk movie that's currently being considered for Sony Pictures? Chat, you guys were telling me about a Paul movie. You guys were telling me about a Zeb Wells movie. Now I feel like you're lying to me about a Spider-Punk movie. I don't believe it. I don't believe the fake news. I think you guys are lying to me. Oh my fucking god, it's Chico Lantern! What software is this? Chico Lantern, I'm embarrassed to be sitting here animating in front of you, bro. If you guys don't know who Chico Lantern is, Chico Lantern is one of the most popular Spider-Man animators on the scene right now. He also does other stuff. I don't subscribe to him on my YouTube channel, bro. What a shame. Dude, you guys have seen Chico Lantern stuff, all right? All of you in the chat. I know you've probably seen it on TikTok or somewhere. You didn't even realize it. But this Chico Lantern is in the chat right now, dude. I love that guy. Also, Chico, to answer your question and also embarrass myself, I'm using a sprite because I don't know how to animate with anything else because I have the brain of a 4-year-old. But anyway, I'm gonna make you a moderator in the chat, Chico. Not because I want you to moderate my chat if you don't feel inclined, but because I want to make it so that you're more visible in the chat. So I've made you a moderator so I can see you easier. You're the GOAT, bro. Thank you, Chico. You're the GOAT. No, you're the GOAT, man. If you guys haven't seen any of Chico Lantern's animations, what the fuck are you doing? You guys got to go to his channel and subscribe. I swear to God. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you will be entertained for the next 20 minutes binge watching his Spider-Man animations. They are so good, and they fucking ooze style. Incredible stuff. Seriously. Kai, what's your next con? I don't know, chat. I've been kind of hesitant to go to cons. I've been kind of hesitant. Not because I don't like going to cons, but I've just been busy, bro. I've just been real busy. Also, Kai, please put Equality by Howard Jones. Is that a Dan Poole reference in my chat? Is that a Dan Poole reference in my chat? Marvel just announced an amazing PSM movie. Don't make me... Chat. Do not get me salivating and fantasizing. I fucking love this song, chat. I know I'm gonna get claimed to hell for having this song play on my stream, but I love it. I use Procreate for the same reason. LeMayo, my brain needs the most simple animation software. Dude, I feel you on that. But dude, I love the style of your animations. Like, I feel like mine is so pixelated and choppy, but yours is almost like fuzzy in a way that's like inviting and kind of like soft on the eyes. Like, the line art isn't super sharp, and it's so good. Like, I don't think there's a lot of stuff out there that looks like the stuff Chico is doing. Venomous V, thank you!
Venomous is so cool they gave me €5. D. Kai, I'm not kidding. They're actually going to do a Spider-Punk project. Daniel Kaluuya is attached to the project.
Fake news, bro. Fake news. Fake news. What is the name of this song? This song is called You're Not Here. It's from the Silent Hill 3 soundtrack. Kai, put it on and please turn this trash off. I'm banning you. I'm banning you. I'm banning you. How dare you call the Silent Hill soundtrack trash? I'm banning you. I'm banning you. And you can't stop me. Kai, why can't you use a drawing tablet instead of your mouse? What is this? What is this, chat? What is this? What is this? What, guys, what do you think this is? I'm not sure. It's been sitting in front of me all stream. I have no clue what it is. It says Huion on it. What is that? Do you guys know what Huion is? I don't know what that is either. What is, chat? What is this? I've been holding it all stream, and I've been rubbing it all over my monitor, and it's just doing my work for me. Do you guys know what this is? Duct tape holding this together, by the way. Do you guys know what this is? I don't know what the fuck any of this is. I've just been drawing all this stuff on my mouse this whole time. No clue what I'm doing. This gotta be rage bait. Oh my god, Chico Lantern. Dude. This guy just said, the canvas I use is pretty small, so it makes it a little more pixelated and fuzzy than the normal brush is. I wanted to try and replicate the 3DS animation style. Bro, I know for a fact that this motherfucker also grew up on Flipnote, bro. Shout out to all my dogs who animated on Flipnote Studio. Chico, you just exposed yourself as a Flipnote head. Okay, wait, actually that reminds me. Somebody in the chat said, I'm pretty sure it was Spider Manderson. Someone in the chat earlier said that he would love a crossover in between Chico Lantern Spider-Man and my Spider-Man. Let's make it a No Way Home. Let's make it a No Way Home situation, all right? And I know who the third Spider-Man I would bring in would be. I know who the third Spider-Man I would bring in would be. Hold on, chat. I know who the third Spider-Man would be. If we're doing Spider-Man No Way Home, all right, with me, Chico Lantern, Spider-Man, and somebody else, this is my third spot right here. What do y'all know about Spider-Man Pocket Edition, bro? I love Spider-Man Pocket Edition. This is my favorite shit. Dude, I fucking love this series, man. I have to fucking turn it down because it has copyrighted music. Dude, I love this series. I've been such a fan of this series for forever. Chloe's Spider-Man is so good. So fucking good. I seriously recommend everyone in the chat go check. Horrible part of the video to click on suddenly. I'm gonna drop that for you guys in the chat, just so you guys can go watch that for yourself. Shout out to Chloe, man. What the fuck am I listening to right now? This is not made by my goat Akira, bro. I'm turning this shit off. Get this shit out of here. Oh God. Here I am trying to figure out what side the thumb should be on, like a complete fucking fool. Somebody in the chat said Silk Song is so peak. I'm pretty sure you're talking about Hollow Knight, right? Never played a Hollow Knight in my life, by the way. Just figured I should let you guys in the chat know. No, I've never played Hollow Knight before. Like, all I hear is people complaining that the sequel didn't come out quick enough. And that's it. That's all I know about Hollow Knight. We need a Silk Song stream. Do you guys really think I should play Silk Song without playing the whatever came before that? Because I'm pretty sure Silk Song is a sequel, right? Is it not? I don't know anything about this fucking franchise, chat. Like, I am the worst kind of person to ask about anything other than Spider-Man, because my answer 90% of the time is I have no clue what the fuck you're talking about. I remember... I don't even remember. I don't even have to say I remember, because this is a daily occurrence for me. Somebody will be like, have you ever seen... I don't know. What's a movie that everybody's seen in their life? Forrest Gump. They'll be like, Kai, have you ever seen Forrest Gump? No. They'll be like, Kai, do you remember that part in Saving Private Ryan where this, and that happened? And I'm like, sorry, guys. I was watching Spider-Man 2 for the 10th time as a 10-year-old. I never watched whatever fucking movie you're trying to get me to go watch. All right. I feel like most of the people in my life, they forget that I've spent 90% of my time watching movies just watching Spider-Man again. I am the worst person to ask about any media that isn't Spider-Man. I don't know how obvious that is. Maybe the most obvious thing in the world. But I'm horrible to ask about fucking different media. Somebody in the chat just asked me if I've seen Forrest Gump. Mods ban that guy. No, chat, I have not seen Godzilla. I've never seen... Well, actually, I watched a little bit of that new shitty Godzilla movie where there's, like, King Kong and stuff, and he has a kid. And there's, like, AI backgrounds. I saw that. Like, the first half of it, and then I walked out of the room. Over the Hedge? Okay, chat, I have seen Over the Hedge, but it was a long time ago, so I don't remember anything. Somebody in the chat said, Kai, have you seen Indian Jones? No, I have not seen Indian Jones. Also, chat, I may not know what I'm talking about with the King Kong AI shit. It just looked like AI to me. It looked sus. Kai, have you seen Good Burger 2? No, I have not seen Good Burger 2 or 1. Bro, that hurts, Kai. Chat, do you guys come to me because I'm the Spider-Man guy, or do you guys come to me because I am the general movie guy? Oh yeah, I saw this movie. Oh yeah, I saw that movie. Oh yeah, I can program your brain with the appropriate opinion for this, and that movie and the third. No! You guys come to me because you want to see me complain about the guy in red and blue spandex, alright? I thought you guys were okay with that. Like, I feel like every time you guys want me to see something that's, like, not Spider-Man related, I've already spent, like, 3 hours sinking myself even deeper into something Spider-Man related. Chat. Okay, here's a good one. Here's a good one, okay? Over a year and a half ago, a good friend of mine lended me their copy of Watchmen. Year and a half ago, by the way. This is how far I am in. This is how far I am into the book. I'm sorry, chat. I cannot explore other media. It's very hard for me. Year and a half. I've had a year and a half to finish Watchmen. Haven't fucking done it. I haven't done it. I like it. Okay, don't get me wrong. I am enjoying my read. Okay? I like the Watchmen book. I think it's very... It's a piece of media that's very understanding of how to do a new subjective take on superheroes. I like it. I think it's a very innovative take on superheroes. That being said, it's taken me forever to fucking read it because it's not Spider-Man. Somebody in the chat just asked me again why I don't use a drawing tablet. Chatter, I'm gonna need you to rewind like 30 minutes back on the stream, and you'll see something that might shock you. You will see something that might shock you. You will see something that might shock you. You know what, Chico? I don't want to talk about myself anymore, all right? Chico, what do you have going on? Are you animating anything cool right now? Anything Spider-Man related? Is there anything that you can tell the people in my chat to get ready for, to get excited about? All right, you know what? I hate being the center of attention, all right? I hate everyone thinking about my Spider-Man fan works. Is there anything that you have to show or tell the people about, Chico? Kai, why do you use a mouse to draw instead of carving into cave walls with a big rock? Well, I'll do that. I will do that the second I find a giant fucking cave wall to draw on. Punisher versus the Russian from Punisher 2004. Holy shit. That sounds awesome. I'm excited to see that. Honestly, Chico, I'm kind of jealous. I'm kind of jealous of the way that like you get to build up on your fan Spider-Man thing instead of, well, because Chico, I don't know how you think about it, right? I don't know if you think about your Spider-Man stuff as if it's like, okay, this is my own Spider guy, right? And this is the world he lives in, and it just happens to be adaptations of like media, like video games and stuff, and like Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 2 or whatever. Or you think about it like, oh, I'm just animating Spider-Man because I like Spider-Man, and this is what Spider-Man and his world would look like in my animation style. I don't know how you think about it, right? But I kind of wish that it's such a smart idea that I wish I did it first. So that I didn't have to put all this fucking thought into an animated show, and I have to think about like writing all these arcs and shit. And I could just animate over some of my favorite like pieces of Spider-Man media and call it a day. But I don't know. Maybe people like this. Maybe I fill a void. I've been working on it for so long, though. I just want to make a Spider-Man animation already. Chico, I've been animating nothing but Spider-Man for the past, like, I don't even know how many years it's been since I've started this show. I think I started it in, like, 2023. I don't want to animate anything else, but by God, I don't have a choice. It's either animate Spider-Man or I become irrelevant. A little bit of both. I've been recently considering it my own version of Spider-Man, but before it was just going to be Spider-Man PS1. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. And honestly, like I think your Spider-Man animations have like so much style, and just they're doing so much of like their own thing visually that I really do think you can get away with it. Like yes, these are like you are animating built off of these like pre-existing Spider-Man things. But there's so much style in the stuff that you do that I think it's, you know, like it's fair. And Spider-Man is such like he's such a, I don't want to say like repeated, but Spider-Man has kind of been done to death. That's not me saying that he's been done correctly, but everybody knows that like there are a billion versions of Spider-Man out there, and I think people are okay with a little bit of repetition. So I think you can get away with turning your Spider-Man, which you've animated, like into its own thing. I think you could get away with that, if that makes any sense, which it probably doesn't because it came out of my mouth and I'm a fucking fool. Chat, you know I'm supposed to be animating Mary Jane later. How far are we in? I'm an hour 30 into the fucking stream, and Mary Jane hasn't even showed up once. Do you guys even want to see the rough animation I'm supposed to be animating over? I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you guys if you want. What? Hold on. I'm trying to think about... Yeah, the thumb would be outward. Sorry, chat. Me fucking forgetting what side the thumb would be on. I'm so bad at writing, and I'm also so shy, so having voice actors in my own story would be difficult for me. I definitely feel that. I feel that so much, especially after I released the first episode. I think the hardest part about releasing my show was having it be out and then seeing all the things that people are rightly criticizing about it. And I guess the thing that people don't understand is that it's hard. It's really fucking hard to go out there and fully assemble your own, like, living, breathing version of the character that exists outside of, you know, the bounds that Marvel will have set for it. Because you're putting yourself out there, right? You're putting this thing that you've assembled pretty much like entirely in your own head out there for whoever to see. And that's kind of hard for me. That's been really hard for me because, you know, people will say, you know, will rightly criticize stuff about my show, and I'll have to sit here and be like, fuck, they're right. I also don't have the resources to fully fix this valid problem they're talking about. It's hard. It's very hard to produce your own, not just like Spider-Man fan project, but really like your own fan anything. Because, chat, I'm going to say this right now. There are always going to be the people who sit on the sidelines, never ever doing anything remotely creative. But the second they see you do anything remotely creative, they'll turn around and be like, this is dog shit. This is ass. What you've put together is straight up ass. And they may have valid criticisms. They may be right. They could be wrong. But the fact is, if they're saying that about something you made, the truth is that you had the courage to put something out there and make something. You made something, not them. Not them. You made something. And you know what? I think that's a lot more valiant than criticizing something. Having the strength to put something out there that you made yourself is a lot more impressive than any criticisms that people might have of you. It being more, it's more of a statement about you than whatever somebody could say to criticize your project. You had the balls to put something out there. And there are always going to be people who sit on the sidelines, never doing anything for themselves, going like, oh, what you did is garbage this, what you did is garbage that. Just forget those people. Forget those people. You have to know that you are the creator. And while, yes, what you have made may be worth some criticism, the fact that you are an artist still inherently makes you valuable than any critic. And that's not to diss critics, because I do think that people who have criticisms about my show, they are right. All right, because I think there's a lot of people to criticize about my show. But you guys have to remember that, you know, if you're doing something for yourself at the end of the day, that's a lot more commendable than somebody who just sits on the sideline and judges. Okay, the chat said they want to see my rough Mary Jane animation. All right, I'm gonna get it for you. I'm gonna get it for you. All right. So here's here's the scene that plays before Mary Jane. Right? It's Peter turning around to respond to her. He's in his underwear because he just took his costume off. And I want to show the girls at home that I'm not afraid to sexualize the male superhero. So here he is standing in the kitchen in his underwear, all fucking flexed up, abs out, titties out, hanging. Right? And then here's Mary Jane. No, wait, I did a fixed version of this shot. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah. So here's Mary Jane. That's it. That's all I got. Dude, this shot of her looks so much better than what I'm doing right now. And it's probably because she's up close to the camera. Okay, hold on, chat. I have to pee. I'll be right back. Not the right camera. Sorry, I'll be right back. I'm not a rapper. So stop rapping at me. What do y'all know about super hot? What do y'all know about super hot fire? What do y'all know about super hot fire? Chat, I think I could beat super hot fire in a freestyle. I think I could beat him. What do you guys think? Anyway, back at it again. Somebody in the chat said, Kai, you can't. I know. I'm just fucking memeing. His bars are too goddamn hot. I can't. I couldn't beat super hot fire if I tried. Dude, super hot fire is such a legend, man. Didn't he pivot into boxing recently? I saw a clip of him fucking fighting a dude on Kick, I think. I think he was streaming it on Kick. Ew, I know. But I broke up with my ex-girl. Here's the number. Psych! That's the wrong number. Oh! I love that fucking video. Having a paintbrush tool, having a paint bucket tool must be so helpful. Chico, are you telling me that you have been animating all of your stuff? No paint bucket tool? Chico, you scare me the more I learn about you. The more I learn about you, the more scared I get. Did you peep the Daredevil design for Rivals? Yeah, I did. He is Chinese. It's Chinese Daredevil. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I'm sure it'll be cool in game. I can't wait for the Foggy mention. I have to color all of it behind the line work. Jesus Christ, Chico. How are you still alive? I would have died from a fucking stress-fueled heart attack by now. Paint bucket tool kind of sucks in Procreate. I don't blame Chico. Yeah, I don't use Procreate often. And maybe I'm just not used to it. Alright, I bet there's probably a bunch of Procreate veterans in here that know the program a little more than me. But I don't know. It's just hard to get into, I think. Because not a lot of the little tips and tricks aren't like immediately clear. Like a lot of the things you can do to make your life easier. It's not immediately clear on Procreate. MJ looks like a gender-bent Kakyoin from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Sorry. Okay, chat. Let me break something down for you here. Mary Jane is wearing a trench coat here, and she's holding a beanie in her hand. That's a beanie, right? Now, why is she wearing this? Well, I'll tell you. It is because... It's because my version of Mary Jane has an outfit that she wears when she's traveling from her apartment onto the set of whatever she's filming. It's like a disguise, right? She's got gloves, she's got sunglasses, and she wears all these things so that people don't recognize her when she's on her way to the set. And it's kind of one of my ways to establish a similarity in between Mary Jane and Spider-Man. Because in her own way, she puts on her costume where she becomes recognizable and she travels the city to go do the things, you know, to go do the things she needs to do. So, the trench coat is blue, it's not green. But for those of you guys in the chat saying she looks like Kakyoin, that's why she's wearing that trench coat. It's so that she can disguise herself on her way to the set. PSM, have MJ style her hair into a giant Eggman mustache when she's disguised. I do definitely want her disguised to make her look like she's a male. Because New York is dangerous. Kai, I just dropped my phone in water. Chatter, put your phone in some rice, man. I can't believe we got trans MJ, woke animation, woke show, canceling you on Spider-Man Twitter. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like if you told the people what I'm doing in my Spider-Man show, they'd probably cheer. And then they'd probably go, aw, when they realize my show is dog shit. Got him. Richie, thank you.
Updates on the homecoming suit video?
Okay, chat, the only reason that the homecoming suit video has not been released yet is because I have been too lazy to leave the house at 5 a.m. in the morning so I can find a proper, non-surveilled building to climb on and film the stuff I need to film for it. Literally the only reason that video hasn't come out is just because I have not been able to leave the house to go film it. Literally all I need to do, chat, all I need to do is leave the house early in the morning, go find a building that doesn't have people around it, get on top of it, and then record what I need to record and then leave. Because, chat, I can't play around on those buildings, man. Like, I could seriously get arrested. But I do it for you guys. I do it for the content. Are you going to recreate the moment where Tony takes Peter's suit and yells at him? No, I'm going to do something even funnier, I think. Hopefully you guys will find it funny. But I have a bit in mind. Modern surveillance is such a pain. Film school students in my city and fellow cosplayers have lost 90% of our cool shooting spots because of all that BS. Dude, bro, I have never felt something more in my life, man. Like, cause I remember talking to William Minsky about his Spider-Man fan project and how he would run and gun, film shit, you know, trespass on buildings, places where he wasn't supposed to be. And if somebody saw him, they would be like, all right, just wrap up whatever you're doing and leave, you know? They would see that he's shooting a Spider-Man thing and they would go, oh, that's cool and fun. I'm going to leave you alone. But if you did that in 2025 in Florida, they would shoot you. And your dead body would fall off the building and plummet until it hit the fucking cement and splattered into an ugly red mess. That is the risk I take every time I go out and fucking go on a building I'm not supposed to be on to fucking film something. And God, I wish I was doing this shit back in the 90s, man. You guys would have had 6 Spider-Man fan films out of me. And I would have been a legend up there with Dan Poole and William Minsky. And fucking Roger King, the GOATs. You get shot for doing anything in Florida, man? Swear to God. You can get shot for ding-dong ditching in Florida. I almost got shot for ding-dong ditching in Florida when I was a kid. Also, yes, chat, I ding-dong ditched, okay? And I lived to tell the tale, unlike that poor soul who got fucking shot recently. Horrible, by the way. Like, I don't care how annoying it is that you're getting ding-dong ditched, alright? Don't shoot a fucking kid over it. Alright, I feel like, yes, alright, you're sleeping, you're trying to get some sleep, and some kids are ding-dong ditching you. You want to know the best way to stop a kid from ding-dong ditching your house? Don't come out. Don't react. Stay in bed. If you can see kids on your Ring camera running away from your doorbell after a ding-dong ditching you, don't go out and chase them because they're gonna do it again. They're like, oh my fucking God, did you see him come out? That shit was so funny. Go back and ring it again. Go back and ring it again. That's what I was looking for. when I was a kid, ding dong ditching back in the day, I was looking for funny shit to happen, bro. Don't give me something to laugh about. All right, if you don't want to get ding dong ditched. I've been chased ding dong ditching in like elementary school. No, Chico is worse than me because he was ding dong ditching in elementary school. I was doing it in middle school. All right, Chico is a bigger criminal than me. He was practically doing it out the womb. Animation looking great, Kai. Thank you, Noel.
Animation looking great, Kai.
Thank you. Okay, so this is the part where I kind of have to lock in because I feel like Spider-Man breaks anatomy a little bit in this shot. So I have to account for that. I love you, Kai Sinat. Thank you, chatter. Really excited to see episode 2. Thanks. I'm glad you guys like my show. I think you guys like it more than I do. Cause here's my thing. Okay, I can already anticipate the criticisms of my next episode. All right, you guys ready? I'm gonna lay them all out for you. Dog shit audio quality still. Just kidding. I'm gonna try to fix that before the next one comes out. Hopefully I do a better job. But here, what are the criticisms? Right? The criticisms are, Kai, there's not enough Spider-Man crime fighting. There's too much of Spider-Man being a normal guy and doing normal guy
so
things.
Cool, they gave me $2. D. Animation looking
Oh! Dude! And here we have MB. One of my other favorite... I don't want to just say Spider-Man, because I know you do more stuff than Spider-Man. But one of my favorite Spider-Man content creators, art creators in the chat, dude. I love you, MB. You're one of my goats. I love seeing whatever you've cooked up. Shout out to MB in the chat. MB is someone that I'm trying to peer pressure into making their own Spider-Man fan project, because their art style is just so delicious. It's literally fun-sized. So far, I think this show is only second to Spectacular Spider-Man. It's just that good. Come on, guys. Don't lie to me, all right? At least have the dignity to not lie in my face, all right? No, I'm kidding. I appreciate that, but I want you guys to be careful. I want you guys to be careful comparing me to existing Spider-Man shows. I don't think my show deserves to be up there. Even if it's with, like, the 2017 Spider-Man show, I don't think my show deserves to be up there with all those greats. I don't think I should be compared, really. Not because I think I'm greater, but because I think I am automatically lesser. Your Spider-Man show saved my marriage. Well, that's not the only marriage I'll be saving with my Spider-Man show, hopefully. No, imagine, chat. Imagine. Marvel comes to me tomorrow, and they're like, all right, PSM, we will bankroll your Spider-Man show. We will pay for all the costs of animation. All right, you don't even have to lift a finger animating it. All right, you just write the story, and we'll come back to you with the animations within a week, right? Only caveat. You have to have Mary Jane break up with Spider-Man and keep the one more day deal. What do you guys think I should do? Because on the other hand, you would get way faster turnaround time for the episodes, but with Marvel stepping in, it would mean that Mary Jane would have to get erased. Sorry. She would have to get erased from the show. What are you guys doing? Are you guys going to say, Kai, hand it over to Marvel, zap Mary Jane away forever so that I can get more episodes quicker? Or would you guys go, no, PSM, don't do it. Take forever animating your Spider-Man show. Don't sell out. I'm curious. I'm curious as to what you guys should say. Or what you guys would say I should do. Chat says no. Chat says no. My goat, don't sell out. Okay, I'm glad you guys are saying that, because honestly, I had a friend ask me that in jest. And I was like, no, I don't think I would sell out. I think my vision is more important to this show than anything. Because if I want anything to get across in my show, right? It's that I'm writing about something, all right? I'm not writing about nothing. And I'm not just making a show about Spider-Man because I want to slam action figures into each other for 30 minutes or however long an episode is. If there's one thing I want you guys to get about my Spider-Man show, I want you guys to just understand that I'm trying to get at an emotional core of the character. That's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it because I want to make all these high-flying live action, or not live action, these high-flying insane Spider-Man stunts so that you guys can gawk over. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm making this show because I wanted to say something about the character that I don't think a lot of people say. And I think if Marvel were to step in and to some degree be like, okay, here, you can have your show and we'll make it come out faster for you, but you can't use one of the most important parts that you intended to use to say something. We're going to take away one of your main vectors of saying something in the show, which is Mary Jane. I'd be like, no. I'd be like, no, I can't do it. I can't sell out. My statement on Spider-Man, which I need Mary Jane for, is more important than having the episodes come out faster, in my mind. But then again, Marvel would never do that. If Marvel was really upset about my show, they would probably just tell me to fuck off and stop making it. And threaten legal shit. I don't know. Kai Sinat, are you geeked heavy? No, chatter. I would never get geeked on stream. Never. Somebody in the chat said, if he gets a cloak and dagger, we need to be on that Johnny Silverhand timing. I'm not going to lie, chat. I've never read Cloak and Dagger or watched the show. I have no clue what you guys are talking about. I'm going to be so for real. I know they're a Spider-Man side character, so technically I should, but I'm sorry. Chat, the fact that I haven't eaten anything today is catching up to me. I can feel it. I'm hungry. But you know what? I'm even more hungry to work on my Spider-Man show. You know what? No, guys, I genuinely feel like I'm setting a bad example when I sit up here and joke about, oh, I'm not going to eat so I can keep working. I genuinely feel like I'm encouraging you guys not to fucking eat when you get hungry. Like, I feel like there's going to be some kid out there that goes, oh, I could get off Fortnite right now and go get a sandwich, but I'm going to be like my GOAT PSM and keep gaming. I'm going to keep pushing through the hunger. Don't do that. All right, I want you guys to watch me and keep something crystal clear in your mind. I'm a fucking idiot, okay? I am not a grand purveyor of intelligence or whatever. Like I'm not I don't think very high of my intelligence, and I don't think that the things I do should be replicated by you great folks at home. You guys got to remember that I'm a fucking idiot. And I probably should go get something to eat real quick. Just so that some poor kid at home doesn't fucking starve themselves like their GOAT PSM. You know what? I will be right back. I'll be right back. back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. You guys already know what the fuck I'm eating. You guys already know what the fuck I'm eating. You don't need to see what's in between these pieces of bread to know what the fuck I'm eating. Only real ones know what I'm eating. Swear to God. Oh, guys, Satormus is leaving? I'll see you later, Satormus. Sorry, chat. I gotta maul this real quick. Kai, a C and D is a cease and desist? I thought you were talking about Cloak and Dagger. I'm gonna be so for real. I thought you were talking about Cloak and Dagger. Alright. I'm ready. Hold on, let me throw away my shit. Back. I'm back. Alright, bro. I'm out. I'm finna read Absolute Martian Manhunter. See ya. Can I get a warm goodbye for Spider-Manderson? I love that guy. You guys say farewell to him in the chat. As for me, the grind continues. Can't wait for the Spider Paul skin. Bro, you guys don't even try to fucking hide that you're making shit up, man. You're in here talking about a Paul movie, and then you go, oh my god, guys, the Paul trailer just dropped. There's a trailer for the Paul movie. And now you're talking about a fucking Spider Paul skin for Marvel Rivals, dude. What is the narrative? What is the narrative? Keep it straight, god damn it. What's next? What's next? The Paul Cinematic Universe? Dude, his hand looks so fucking deformed here. I don't know what I can do to fix that. What was his hand doing in the last shot? Okay, it was open hand. Also, Kai, you didn't eat into the mic again. I didn't know you guys liked that. I didn't know you guys wanted me to keep doing that all the time. Sorry, I forgot. All right, let's, just for shits and giggles, we'll play it from the beginning just to see how it looks. Look at that. I have been fucking animating for the last 2 hours and this is all I've got. Damn, man. Dude. My face when I have to fucking animate an entire Spider-Man show almost by myself. Misery, man. Absolute fucking misery. I feel like a MAPPA animator, bro. I feel like a MAPPA animator, man. I'm out here fucking killing myself to get this shit done. Dude, when Alex Lennon hears about the Paul movie, he's gonna be so fucking excited, man. Like, Paul... Alex always talks about Paul. Paul is one of his favorite characters. I'm not kidding. Like, I'm being 100% real right now. I'm not even lying. Like, Paul is one of Alex Lennon's favorite Marvel characters to have ever come out. I think he holds the title over a couple superheroes in Alex's mind. Like, Alex just loves Paul so much, like more than any normal comic reader should. Alex Lennon is a huge Paul fan. Like, I'm not even lying. If he got on the stream right now, he would tell you how much he loves Paul. Like, I wish I was kidding. I wish I was kidding. But I swear to God, if Alex Lennon got on this stream right now and I told, like, he saw this shit in the chat about Paul getting a movie, he would lose his mind. He would be so ecstatic. He would feel right at home. In fact, I'm kind of sad he's not here. Because then he would be feeling great jubilation. Bro, you guys think I'm slandering Alex Lennon. I'm being for real. I'm being so for real. If I called Alex Lennon onto the stream right now and I asked him if he loves Paul, he would say yes. And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Get him on? Get him on? You know what? You know what? I'll call him right now. I'll see if he responds. Here. Watch this. Watch this, chat. He's either not going to answer or he will. Fat chance he won't answer. Bro! Alex Fraud Lennon. Come on, answer. Bruh. He didn't answer. He didn't answer, chat. He's not even online. Damn. Well, here, I'll just DM him. Alex, do you love Paul with all your heart? There, I just sent him a DM. Dude, if they're making the Paul movie, it's incomplete without an Alex Lennon cameo, dude. Alex Lennon needs to show up. And I'll tell you if he responds. Somebody in the chat asked, when are you doing a Spider-Man OnlyFans? Mods ban that guy. You ever seen Jojo's Bizarre Adventure? Yes, I have seen Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. I stopped watching at Stone Ocean, even though the main character in that in Stone Ocean has my favorite stand. I have not finished Stone Ocean, but I watched all the way up to season 5 of Jojo. And I don't remember a lot of it. So, Kai, have you seen Good Burger 2 yet? I don't even think that the runtime of Good Burger 2 has passed since you've asked me if I've seen Good Burger 2. I would have, if I sat down and watched Good Burger the second you asked me if I'd seen it, I still don't think I'd have enough time to finish it until you asked me again just now. Kai, what does PSM stand for? It stands for Piping Stepmoms. Piping Stepmoms. That's what it stands for. Why are you guys putting question marks in the chat? Like, what do you guys mean what? I thought you guys knew this. You guys have asked me what PSM stands for like a billion times. Like, half of you guys were here when the channel was still called Piping Stepmoms. I don't know why you guys are acting so shocked. The channel has always, like, it has always stood for Piping Stepmoms. Like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Only real PSM fans were here when the channel was still called Piping Stepmoms. I swear to God, chat. I swear to God, that's what it stands for. Bro, stop saying probably Spider-Man in the chat. That's not what it stands for, and you guys know it. Oh no. And then this beautiful melody graces my ears. Chat, sorry, I haven't been talking, I know. I really don't do it on purpose, you guys have to believe me. But in truth, I've been pondering something that I'm debating whether or not I should talk about on stream. Because I have some mixed feelings about it. It makes me very deeply sad. But I also understand the, I don't know, chat. I feel like now that I'm fucking talking about it, I feel like I kind of have to tell you guys, or else I'm being an asshole. I won't give any names because I don't want people to like go track down this story, because frankly I think it's quite dehumanizing. But we have a friend of the show, and you know, like I've hung out with them many times. I've done a lot of streams with them in the past, and overall I just know they're a great person, and it's, you know, they're also a fellow cosplayer, and they were at a convention, or they were going to go to a convention, and they made a joke about bombing a stand at the convention, right? Not a good joke, not a good thing to do. One of the worst things I think you could set yourself up doing. Like, you've basically punched your own ticket. You, like, you know, I've made jokes about bombing things on stream, and frankly, seeing this happen to a friend of mine has really changed the way I think about joking about bombing shit. And I know some of you guys in the chat might want to go like, oh, you know, well, they shouldn't have been joking about that stuff. You know, they deserved what happened, because you shouldn't make jokes about stuff like that. I get it, all right? Yeah, you should not be making jokes about that sort of thing. There is no getting around that, all right? That's just something you can't joke about, right? I get it if you're like, if it's me joking about like bombing a chatter or something, you know, something as non-specific as like, oh, bomb that chatter, you know? But it's just so sad, because they have a condition. You know, they have something that makes their daily lives harder for them. And when this happened, when they made that joke, when they showed up to the convention, they got arrested. They were contained, and they were kept from the medicine that they need to deal with their condition. And I know it's technically their fault, right? But that doesn't stop me from the feeling that I guess I'll never be able to get this feeling out of me. I just feel bad. I feel bad, you know? Like, I don't care what somebody has done. I still think they deserve the respect and I don't know, chat. It's just a fucked up situation. It was part of the reason why I was so sad earlier in the stream, because it's just it's a fucked situation. I know they shouldn't have said the things that they said, and it just shouldn't have been done. But I don't know, chat. It just makes me feel sad, because it doesn't change the way I view the person. You know, like, I don't think like, oh, you know, you're a horrible person because you made a joke about bombing things. You know, like, who am I to say that? Because I joke about bombing shit all the time. It's just one time a joke wasn't thought about enough. It was said, and it had incredible repercussions on that person. And it's just one of those things that happens where it's like, man, I know you made a mistake, but God, what came after that, like, just isn't worth. It wasn't like I feel like the punishment doesn't really fit the crime. And it just kind of made me sad. I get there's a place and a time for anything. You shouldn't say things like that. And I know that my friend was in the wrong for making a joke like that. But it still doesn't change the fact that I think it was just fucked up. It's just fucked up, man. Like, it's just another example of cops treating people like shit. Because while they were holding them there, they kept them from the medicine that they need. Right? And so what? Yeah, somebody did something wrong. But I don't know. I just don't know, chat. It's one of those things that I don't have a clear, clean-cut answer for you. Makes me sad. And I don't want to tell you who it is, because I don't want you guys to go follow the story, because frankly, it's depressing, right? You just gotta trust me and know that I'm not fucking lying to you or leaving anything out. In fact, I think I'm saying more stuff than what's commonly known. And I think the person might even be mad at me for disclosing that much stuff. But if you guys know who I'm talking about, I beg you to just demonstrate an ounce of sympathy and understanding. And just remember that we all have our moments where we do things that are foolish and we do it without thinking. We all do things without thinking sometimes. And we have to remember that there may be people among us that wrong us, do bad things, things that may even make us perceive them as our enemy. But you have to remember that you have to have sympathy for the people who have done wrong, just like you have to have sympathy for the people who have been wronged. It just helps you address the situation better. It's good to keep a heart for everyone involved. And that's something I try to stay true to every day. I think you can't properly understand people who have done wrong unless you take the time to sympathize with them. And that's important. And I talk about this today not because I want you guys in the chat to go track down this story and fucking harass the person who did this, but because I want you guys to maybe just consider what I'm saying about having sympathy for people who you believe have done wrong. Because I truly think the only way that you can show a person who you may believe to do bad things, to show them the right way, the only way you can do that is with patience, empathy, sympathy. Is he still in the hands of officers? No, they have been taken home, and as far as I'm aware, they are getting the medical attention that they need to deal with their condition. So they're not being held without care by the cops anymore. But it's just a sad thing to happen, chat. It's a sad thing to see my friend's face in multiple news outlets reporting on this like it's a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal. I get that people shouldn't feel like they should be able to do stuff like that, but at the same time, like, I'm reading these articles that are being written about my friend. None of them mention her condition. None of them mention how she was treated by the cops. None of them even give them a lick of respect. And that just broke my heart to see. It broke my heart to see so many news outlets treating this person that I very well know like they're not a person. Like they're just someone who's generated a story for them to cover. Like, I'm reading this article that they've written about my friend who I've done charity drives with, talking about them like they're some sort of fucking crazy person, when I know that not to be true. It just makes me sad, chat. It just makes me sad, and really, it made me think about, you know, how people think about me if I ever get caught, you know? Like, chat, if I ever get caught trespassing onto roofs to film my videos, if I ever get caught sneaking into buildings to film my content for you guys, what are the people gonna say about me? They're gonna be like, oh, this dumbass spider guy shouldn't have been up there in the first place. This guy's a fucking idiot, and I hope he gets fucking 20 years to life. I think he's a piece of shit. He should have been shot dead on the property. And I know people will say that. People would say that about me if I got hit with a trespassing charge all over the news. Just makes me sad, man. It makes me wish that the common man had more empathy for his fellow common man. That's really all I think people need, you know? Like, people just need to have more love for each other. And that's, you know what? That's all I'm going to say about it, because it really does make me sad. And if the person that I'm talking about is watching this, I'm sorry if I've said anything that upsets you, and I hope you're doing all right. Oh, megatonal whiplash. Yeah, I mean, you're watching a PSM stream. Can you really expect the chat to be serious for more than like 5 minutes? I mean, I'm not shaming you guys in the chat for being unserious. I mean, this is a Spider-Man YouTube channel. But, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to undermine the serious. Guys, I don't want you guys in the chat to feel like you have to change whatever you're doing based on whatever the fuck I'm saying or talking about, unless it's like something deadly serious. Like, if I put down a serious topic, you guys are fair game to go back to goofiness. I don't want you guys to feel like you have to fucking tone match whatever I'm doing. I want you guys to feel free and express yourselves in here. You're allowed to do whatever you want. Unless it's, be racist or something. Somebody in the chat said, which Spider-Man would you want to be? I'll tell you what. All right, here's the life hack, okay? If a genie ever comes to you, right, some otherworldly force, God himself, or maybe even the devil trying to make a deal with you, and he goes, ooh, I will give you the powers of your favorite superhero, Spider-Man. Which Spider-Man will you pick? Ooh. Easiest question I've ever been asked in my life. Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man. I would like Tobey Maguire's spider powers, please. I would like to be able to have free web fluid. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I'm not gonna lie. If the devil came to me tomorrow and was like, hey, I'll give you spider powers, but your soul will be eternally damned to hell. What are you saying? Chat, You might not see me for a couple of months. You might not see me for a couple of months after that because I'm too busy being a goddamn street vigilante. They'd be like, well, where'd PSM go? He's out there in the streets somewhere fighting crime. I'm not going to lie, chat. If I actually got spider powers, right, and I became Spider-Man tomorrow, I wouldn't even wear a different costume. I would just wear the Spider-Man costume. And then people would come to my YouTube channel and be like, Kai, have you seen the real life Spider-Man running around? Why haven't you made a video about it? And I'd be like, cause I'm jealous. This guy gets to run around and be Spider-Man. This fucking guy. How do we know we can trust him? I wish I was Spider-Man. Fuck this guy. That's what I would say. Lying, obviously. Somebody in the chat said, Kai, I know I was a hater this stream, but just for jokes. You're genuinely an amazing person. You're generally an amazing person, no pun intended. You do good work. Glaze! Glaze! Oh my god, bro. Glazing in my chat. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you. Chat, do you guys want to know what my least favorite thing to do in the world is? I hate picking people up from the airport. I hate it. That is probably one of my least favorite things to do in a car. I hate picking people up from the airport, and it happens all the time. I have to go pick someone up from the airport in like 2 hours. I have to wrap stream because I have to go pick somebody up from the airport. I hate picking people up from the airport. I hate airport traffic. I hate driving to the airport. I hate just knowing that my car is headed to the airport. I don't care where I am in the area. I hate driving there. All right? I could be driving somewhere completely different and take a similar route and be completely fine. But if I know that I'm going to the airport, I'm upset. There is nothing worse than dropping someone off at the airport except for getting someone from the airport. Getting someone from the airport is way worse. Because, oh, what if they're not ready for you to come get them? Oh, well then you gotta fucking go around the airport one more time. Because the guys who are watching the fucking lines for pickup are telling you to move it or lose it. I hate that shit, man. I hate that shit. Oh, okay, chat. Chat, I have a response for you. I have a response from you for Alex Lennon, from Alex Lennon. Here, look. Alex, do you love Paul with all your heart? Stream chat wants to know. And I'll just let that speak for itself. Where's my water? Ugh. Sucked out every last water molecule. Somebody in the chat said, Kai, do you like regular-sized goblin or ultimate-sized goblin? I hate ultimate-sized goblin. I don't like it. It's just a goddamn Hulk ripoff. I like the original goblin. There's more nuance. you're a Hulk ripoff? The last time I checked, I'm not big, buff, and green. Calling me a Hulk ripoff. Man, what the hell are you talking about? Would you make this suit? Nah, I don't think so. Honestly, I think my design for this show, my design for the suit in this show is so dog shit. I would never make it. I would never, ever, ever make the suit from my Spider-Man show. It's just a dog shit design in general. I think it's absolutely horrible. The fact that the leg stripes go down the side to bring the red all the way across the costume, so stupid. Just a horrible design. I would never make it in real life ever. Never, ever, ever. I would never make it in real life. Ever. Never. Horrible design, honestly. Honestly. Oh, Haley is leaving? Bye, Haley. Is this the one and only Silent Chill? I don't know if it's the Silent Hill Chill video exactly, but it may be in that vein. Working on my Bagley suit right now. Dude, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Chat, I need to get back to work on my Bagley suit. I'm doing another I'm doing another Ultimate Spider-Man suit for a project I can't tell you about, but I think you guys will like it when it comes out. But I have to make another Ultimate Spider-Man suit, chat. And if you want to see the last one I made, it's in my old shitty classic suit tutorial video. Fwee Bamile! That's a hard name to pronounce. Thank you for joining the channel membership. You now have access to the members only Discord, which you can join by going to the membership tab on my channel. All you have to do is go to my channel, click on the membership tab, scroll down a little bit, and eventually you will find the Discord channel link. And once you're there, you will never have to repay for your membership. Sorry, chat. I am just letting somebody in. I'm letting somebody into the server. Okay. All right. Do you watch MN Stash? I do not. I tried to watch one of his videos once, and I ended up getting distracted. Sorry, MN Stash. I'm supposed to do a Spider-Man trivia show with him on it in a bit, with Spider Dunk and Godzilla Mendoza. So I'll get to interact with that guy a little more there. Somebody in the chat said, Kai, is Mary Jane Hispanic in your show? Okay, guys, I don't want you to get mad at me when I say this, but if you do get mad at me, I suppose it's kind of valid. I don't know what MJ is. I just made her a shade darker, okay? I am not educated enough on... I don't know, chat. I just made her a shade darker. I'm not sure what she is. I haven't put a lot of thought into it, but I just made her a shade darker. The same way that I made Dr. Octopus a shade darker. I don't have a race in mind for her. And I guess it's kind of I know it may be upsetting to some of you guys, and I am sorry. But the only reason that I'm kind of scared to like say something in particular to identify specifically what she is because I don't want to say something wrong or accidentally offend people in my audience. And I would rather just, look, you read Spider-Man comics, hella white people everywhere. Everybody's white. Cracker. Crackers everywhere. All right? And I'm trying to combat that by just having some characters have some melanin. Have some darkness. So that the people at home aren't swimming through the milk. Do I have a clear idea what exactly people are? No, not really. I'm sorry. But I just wanted to throw some color in. Whoa, Kai, you can't call them that? Chat! Am I seeing things? Oh my god! I'm white! So I'm going to say cracker whenever I want. Somebody in the chat just said you can't call them that. That's why I fucking flipped out just now. Somebody in the chat said, Kai, you are a good clump of atoms. Thank you. That's probably the best compliment I've ever got. Does this imply that black people can't say cracker? Oh, well, I guess it does. But, I don't give a fuck, dude. Anybody can say cracker, man. Cracker does not hold the same weight as the N-word. Because, like what? Are you going to go up to a... Like, imagine a black dude goes up to a white dude. And then he's like, cracker? What did this guy just call him? He just called him being of higher power back then. Like it doesn't imply social dominance like the N-word does. All right, back then the N-word was like you're less than a human being. I own you. You're a piece of property. That's what the N-word means. All right, being called a cracker is like the lightweight division. Like, who cares, bro? Who cares? Back then, still, bro. You're right. I'm sorry. I meant more like the enslavement part of back then. I do think that racism is still alive today, and it is our job as good people to combat that. I don't disagree that it's still alive today. I think you're right. Spidey does stuff. No, he's right. He's right. Before you guys in the chat start flaming him, he's right. Chat, I'm gonna need you to go look up a thing called redlining. Somebody in the chat said, don't make MJ a bitch. So is Peter allowed to be a bitch, or no, just not MJ? MJ's not allowed to be a bitch. Is Peter allowed to be a bitch? I'm sorry, I'm just checking. I'm gonna make MJ a bitch if she's in the right. I'm gonna do what I want. Alright? And hopefully, if I write the show well enough, when MJ starts being a bitch, you'll be like, yeah, MJ! Talk your shit, MJ! If I do it right. Somebody in the chat said, is Gwen... Alright, chat, I want you guys to stop being so okay with calling women bitches, alright? First of all. Second of all, yeah, I am going to make Gwen and Peter's relationship a little combative, right? Because imagine you're Gwen. Imagine you're Gwen, right? Imagine you're Gwen, okay? Your boyfriend is constantly lying to you about something. Or he's omitting the truth from you, right? That's who your boyfriend is if you're Gwen Stacy, okay? Now, imagine your boyfriend spends like 60% of his time chasing around a vigilante, constantly fighting supervillains, and fucking running out on you to go do that. You would be a little pissed off, wouldn't you? And then wouldn't you be a little more pissed off if all of a sudden your dad dies in a scheme involving Spider-Man, right? You're just a normal civilian on the ground. All the news is telling you, oh, Spider-Man killed George Stacy, your dad. Would you not have the right to be a little mad at your boyfriend for still chasing Spider-Man around to get pictures of him? You would be pissed, right? You would be pissed. You would be pissed. And this is my thing. This is my thing that I can't fucking stand when people talk about like the side characters in Spider-Man stories. Like they act like they're completely unjustified for being a little angry at Peter, when in reality these people are kind of set up for failure by Peter because he doesn't tell them the truth. Now, I'm not saying that Peter's not in a unique predicament himself. You can kind of sympathize with Peter for lying. But you can also kind of sympathize with his partners who aren't told the truth by him. You have to have sympathy that goes both ways, for both man and woman in the relationship. You have to be able to have heart for both sides of the coin, chat. That's what I'm trying to get across to you. And hopefully my show will do that. Gonna go. Take care, Kai. See you tall and walking. Good luck on your suits. Sorry, chat. I am just getting updates on the people I have to pick up from the airport. Chat, did I ever tell you guys that I fucking hate picking people up from the airport? Have I ever told you that? Fun fact about me, I fucking hate picking up people from the airport. It's my least fucking favorite thing in the world. What the fuck? Chat, I really hope you didn't hear that. All right. Okay. Boom. Shot is nearly done. I just need to animate the webs and that's it. Okay, this is really hard because the fucking the transparent background is kind of messing me up. Kai, why don't you spend 15 years of your live animated Todd McFarlane style webs? Well, chatter, I think you summarized the reason why I don't want to do that pretty aptly. I don't want to spend 15 years of my life animating Todd McFarlane style webbing. All right. I think we're done. I think we're pretty much done. I think we're 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 done. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Play that shit. Let's see it. Wait, I forgot to take out the sketch layer. All right, here we go. Oh, nice. Holy nice. That feels good, chat. That feels good, doesn't it? Okay, my headphones are literally screaming at me to go charge them. Looking so good, looking so fresh. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna export this animation. I don't have anything I can show you guys with it yet. Unfortunately, me just finishing it for you here is gonna have to be it. I'll play it for you a couple times before I leave, just so you guys aren't left with nothing. And on top of that, I'm also going to put it in the PSM Drops channel in my server so that you guys can go see it right now if you're a subscribing channel member who's in the Discord. All right, and I've dropped it in there for you guys, and I'm also going to play it on stream for you all right now. Took 3 hours, I know. 3 hours for this shit, chat. 3 hours. Here it is. 3 hours of work, chat. 3 hours of work for this. Not bad. Not bad, chat, I must say. Chat, I can't lie. My mood since I started the stream hasn't really improved. And you know, it is for the various reasons that I've been, you know, talking to you guys about, you know, how all that stuff happened with my friend, how I, you know, look out at how the world's doing. It's not doing so hot. You know, it does a number on a guy. You know, it makes me feel not good. But if I could leave you guys with anything, I guess it would be that the only way you can make the world better is that you have to have enough of a heart to feel for your common man. Even if they've done wrong themselves, even if they've hurt you, you have to put in the effort to, you know, feel for other people. Even if you don't think they would do the same for you. Because I truly think that just knowing that the other people you interact with in life, you know, are other, you know, there are other living, breathing human beings out there that, I don't know, chat. Just Google empathy and go practice it, alright? I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching me on my stream today. I sincerely appreciate it. And I also sincerely appreciate everybody who gave me money this stream. Thank you so much to Fwee Bamile, Satormus, MB Makes Videos, Noel, Richie, Venomous V, Penny, Granite Gate Studios, Tiny, One Hero, and Blue Spider 1022. I sincerely appreciate you all for making it possible for me to do content creation as a job, and I'm glad that the things I make are likable enough that, you know, you stick around. And I appreciate that. That was all from me, and I will see you guys next time.